Hey, this is Todd. Welcome to rainy North Carolina. We're having a pre-tariff sale and free shipping on all microinverters, accessories, and solar kits like you see behind me here. This is 550 watt solar panels, 2000 watt microinverters, and an IntegraRack IR30, which can be ballast mounted or mounted with anchor spikes. Here in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up microinverters to offset your Altair 30 amp mining PDU for crypto mining so that you can offset your usage and cut your energy bill by 20 to 30% per year. It's pretty simple. First, we're going to do a mock-up for one microinverter, and then later I'll show you how to do a full-size system for 30 amps. 24 amps is 80% of the rating, and 3 microinverters will provide 24 amps. So it's perfect to offset the entire Altair PDU. Stay tuned. What we have here is a typical NEC C13 to C14 line cord. I believe it's 15 amp and 16 gauge. Anyway, we're only going to put about 8 to 10 amps through it, no worries. What we're going to do here is I'm going to cut it in half, but I'm going to try to save the ground wire because I really don't want to cut the ground wire. So I have this wire stripper here. I'm trying to expose the middle. Nice job. You didn't nick anything. Now it's pretty easy to just peel it back. It's easy to it's got this white desiccant powder inside, which nobody likes. That should be enough. So what we want to do here is just cut the black and white, which really it should be black and red because this is 250 volts and this is the United States and it's a 250 volt rated cord. So I don't know why it's black and white. There is no neutral. Although, you know, that's because microinverters only run on 240 volts, at least most of them. So we're going to cut these two in the middle. Right. And I'm going to put some nice fast on terminals on there. Put the wire. Always having the right tool for the job. This is a cheap one, but it works. Oh, this is the wrong tool. Be right back. You gotta admit they don't look much different. Blue for blue. Put that in there. No, I want to show you in here there are double ribs, so one crimps the metal and one crimps the insulation. So you get that partially started. Take your wire, put it in the lug till it stops. Flush it. That didn't work. Let's try this again. Those are for 16 gauge. Yeah, that's the one. Now it's time. Let's try number 2. Test, we passed. All right. So that's the inside. Again, there's no neutral here. It's line 1, line 2. I'm going to do the same thing to this end. First things first. Good. Now you see these lugs are all shorted together here. So you can put a lot of connections on either side of this contactor relay, if you want to call it. Okay. So now power comes in. Power goes out. Okay? We left out one step, and I hope I didn't screw up too bad. And that is for this lug right here. This wire needs to pass through this coil, and I didn't leave enough slack. So cut it more to one side, but no fear. We have a trusty tool. Didn't hit any wires. That's good. Millimeters there. Cut this off. Have enough? put this through. Plug it in. And there you have it. Now you have a way of sensing the load from the power source to control a relay by adjusting the current threshold. You want to set the current threshold to be equal to your maximum feed-in current from the microinverter. And with the HMS 2000, that's 8 amps. So you want to set this for 8 amps to assure that you've got at least 8 amps before turning on the relay. And then you hook your microinverter to here the same way. Again, it's line 1, line 2, not neutral. There's no neutral. The microinverter is 240 volt, not 120 volt. All right, and then in my case, I'm going to use some crypto miners that are going to plug into here. And I can plug this right into there. I need to ground this and this to my ground wire. I can do that. I need a ring lug. Ground all three together right there. Ground that to the earth over here. And we'll plug it into the PDU over there. And there you have it. As long as my crypto miners draw more than 8 amps, the microinverter will backfeed and pull 0 from the grid. Woohoo! I hope you like it. This is Todd at NC Solar Electric. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And check it out at ncsolarelectric.com. Schedule a call with me anytime. Keep it hush hush. Good afternoon. The other day, in a previous segment, I showed you how to hook up the current sensor and the relay contactor, whatever you want to call it. And so that's all hooked up, and I got this nice, neat box on Amazon. Lemon. Anyways, today we're gonna hook up the rest of the equipment. We need to hook one of these to the microinverter input side. Now, because when this relay is on, these terminals are live, we don't want this sticking out with live connections. So we're going to use this section on this box here, probably something like that or like that. So we'll start by chopping that off. All right, so now this is going to go in here the same way we did with the other one. Then on the microinverter plugs into this trunk connector. I've already unlocked it so we can get inside. I've already installed an end cap on this end, and we're gonna bring this cable in to that end. Over here, you'll have exposed terminals, but when you unplug it, be careful. They are live for about 3 seconds before the microinverter turns off. You can't get a tickle from it if you touch it. So anyway, I'm gonna hook this up in here so that once this is put back together, all I have to do is take it out there and plug in my microinverter. And then this and this and these 60 feet of extension cords to 40 volt extension cords, 60 feet, will take me from my garage where my Bitcoin miners are out to my solar field. Hope it reaches. Stay tuned. this one, we don't need this end. We just need that end. So let's start with this end on the microinverter. It's got a razor on the end there, be careful. Probably enough. Oh, and you see I broke through. Well, because I did that, it's gotta go. I don't like doing that. But if you ever get one of these wire strippers, beware. They're not very good. Okay, let's try this again. Take two. Trying to line it up with the ground, so if I do nick it, it's just the ground wire. So I'm good. Might work. Want to go about 3/8 of an inch. Try not to lose any strands. Now this is real 16 gauge wire. Not that other stuff, that was like 18 or 20. Backing out the screws. There we go. Still got a loose strand, but we'll deal with it. Make sure you have a narrow tip screwdriver, because these walls will prevent a thicker screwdriver from reaching the bottom. If you wonder why it never gets tight, that's why. Just checking to make sure everything's tight. Remember, that's not a neutral. Ground is in the middle. Line 1, line 2 are on the left and right. Doesn't really matter which is which. Okay, then you put this together. That's locked. There's a tool, comes in the kit. And let's see if this even gets close to tight. All right, so this is probably not watertight because this isn't thick enough, but it's as good as I got. You might want to put some RTV or something around there to seal it. Make sure this is tight, both ends. All right, that's good to go. All we're gonna do is hook a microinverter and an extension cord. Now, come back to this box and this cord over here. Same thing. Let's try not to mess it up this time. Alright. Dangerous wire stripper. Not a neutral. Now we use the blue ones. Good. Okay, now in here I've already decided black is on the left, white is on the right, red is on the right. So we're going to do the same thing over here. Black is on the left, red is on the right. Okay. I need to hook up the ground. right back. Wago connectors. Slip that on here. Close it. Now I need one more so I can connect the two grounds together. Looks like I have a piece of wire that's long enough. Not long enough. Here it is. Give it a tug. All the grounds are tied together. That's all that's required. Okay, there's the finished product. Let's take a closer look. You've got power coming in from your source, comes into this side of the relay, comes back off this side of the relay, through the sensor to your loads. So this powers your load panel. This comes from your source panel. This comes from the microinverter. It's safe because you can't touch these things even if the relay's on. All right, and then there's your relay. Coil is wired to the 240 volt on this side, and then on this side of the coil, it goes to the internal switch on the sensor, and then from the internal switch on the sensor to the black side of the 240. And that way, the coil is energized when it senses current. And you want to set it so that with an 8 amp microinverter, this doesn't turn on until the current is greater than 8 amps. And then there's no backfeed to the grid, ever. Okay, I powered everything off while I hooked this up. I want to make clear a few things. This little power strip I got on Amazon is only rated for 10 amps. These 3 plugs only add up to 7.2 amps. I'm not overloading this panel. This design is kind of hokey in that if you overload this power strip, that's not good. These receptacles will get hot. I opened it up. It's just really thin wires inside. And then, but if you were to plug direct into here, then you can't measure the load. So you need to separate the load from the source. So I'm gonna hook this up and demonstrate it, but then we're gonna make another video showing how to hook up this PDU with line cords at 30 amps, so you can hook up to 12 solar panels at 24 amps to offset your entire PDU load, and it would be safe. So let's get started. So first of all, I just need to plug in the cord on this end and the cord at the microinverter. Here, I can't hold the phone at the same time. So let's do that. This is a Hoy Miles port disconnect tool. This is your port. You put that in there, push hard, and it pops off. Okay. So now this is going to the rest of my system here. We're going to take this one microinverter and we're going to connect it to our extension cord. There we go, snap. Okay, so that is hooked up. Now all we got to do is turn the power on. Everything's on and working. I'm only getting 1.3 amps because it's cloudy and raining outside. You won't get much solar when it's raining. So I added another miner to get the amps up to 8, or just about 8. And we're at 1800 watts. Now we're at 1400 watts. So it's helping a little, even on a cloudy day. Okay. I'll get some more video footage when the sun comes out. Okay, the sun is out. What we got now? 145 watts. 136 watts. So we've gone down by a factor of 10. We went from 1800 watts down to less than 180 watts, down to like 145 watts. There you go. All 6 miners are now running for 146 watts from the grid.